All right, y'all. You know how Steppin with Marcus J is live. We are in the building, ready to have another fabulous show. You already know how we do. The incident going on in Charleston last week has a lot of folks up in arms, as should be, and we're going to have commentary on it. Yesterday was Father's Day. We have some questions that we're going to ask about how you celebrated and who you celebrated. Interesting contributions to the GOP. And what did Larry Wilmore say that was absolutely perfect and on point? I got a full crew, and I'm ready to give it to you. And you know I have Steppin with Marcus J right now.
It's about that time. It's about that time to get.
Button your lip, open your ears, strap on your thinking cap. Socially conscious talk that's entertaining with a dash of humor and the top sports stories of the week. It's time for Ain't No Half Steppin' with Marcus J.
Sellers has Jordan. Jordan with 2 seconds to go. Puts it up and scores at the buzzer. Michael Jordan has won it for Chicago. Manning lobs it. Burris alone. Touchdown, New York.
Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. He hits one deep to right center. That ball is out of here. The Yankees win the pennant.
If they lying,
then they must be half stepping.
and you know how Steppin with Marcus J is live. We are in the building. Be down with us tonight. 804-402-2893 to be down with the flagship show right here live from the Den of Legacy Internet Radio. Thank y'all to everybody that's listening to us tonight. Our show is sponsored by Live Action Captions and Free Spirit Enterprises. We will have a word from our sponsors as we progress throughout the show. We got a lot to get into. We got a very, very special show for y'all tonight. We're going to talk about what went on in Charleston, South Carolina last week. We're going to talk about some difficult things. We're going to have a difficult discussion about race and race relations. So hopefully you ain't no punk and you ain't going to listen to us and get in your feelings, because we probably going to end up pissing you off. But it's a good bet if we do, then we saying what needs to be said. 804-402-2893 is the number to dial if you want to tell us how pissed off you are, or if you want to agree with us. We got a full crew in here today. We have some commentary on the Confederate flag. There was some news about that we're going to get into in the show tonight. But before I get into any of that, I want to thank the folks listening to us on TuneIn. Thank you for downloading the TuneIn application on your smartphone, your iPhone, your Android, your computer. You downloaded TuneIn and then you searched Legacy Internet Radio. You may have gone directly to the www.Legacy Internet Radio website to get to us, or you may be listening to the replay on YouTube right now. Either way, however you're listening to us, we appreciate your support. Continue to like and share our stuff, because the only way we can grow is to have folks who love the show tell the world how much they love the show. All right, it's time to get into our introduction. So I want to kind of bring everybody in and thank them for listening to us here tonight. Of course, you hear this brother typically on the third Monday of every single month, but it's just so crazy in the news right now. He said, look, man, I got to get in on this one. And so we always open up our arms for the big man. Big bro Joe's in the room. What's up, man?
Yo, what's good, man?
Man, we doing good, man. You doing all right?
Yo, man, I'm mad. I'm mad as hell tonight.
Tell him why you mad, son. Tell him why you mad. Tell him why you mad, son.
I'm gonna have to hold on to that, though.
I'm in for the culture.
I'm gonna have to hold on to it, though.
Okay.
But I'm gonna tell. I feel like Radio Raheem right now. You know, I'm gonna turn my radio up, son.
Nah, I can dig it, man. Well, we gonna get into it, man. Of course, you heard him helping me out on the intro, and you hear this brother every time we have an opportunity to be graced with his presence. We love him. We are talking to the host of the Green Room, version 2.0 with Jay Grizzy and Lissa P. You got the man himself, Jay Grizzy, is in the room. What's up, bro?
Nothing much, Brother Marcus. How are you?
I'm doing fabulous there, Brother Jay. Are you doing okay?
I'm doing okay, man. They're going to hear a different Jay Grizzy tonight, man.
Oh man,
Hey,
See,
I ain't turned up today. Ain't nothing to be turned up about.
Nah,
Really.
it's not really. And I see. I like both Jay Grizzlies. I like this one, and I like the turn up one.
Yeah.
So I look forward to hearing whatever commentary that you have. And then you hear our sister every fourth Monday of the month. She leads us in the Diva Diaries, which we will absolutely have later on in the show tonight. You got our sister, the Diva, dating pool diva, Arthur Charisma's in the room. What's up, sis?
Hey, what's up?
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
You doing all right? Doing all right. I'm doing pretty good, man. I can't call it. I want to open up the discussion and talk about Father's Day, which we know was yesterday.
That's a big one.
It is a big one. Yesterday was Father's Day, and I want to share kind of, how I felt throughout the day, and I want to get commentary from you guys as well. But I'm going to open it up with a question, and then you can kind of allow your answer to take you any direction that you want. But yesterday being Father's Day, and there's a lot of people who seem to think that it's okay to celebrate single moms and women in general on Father's Day. So if you could give me your thoughts on Father's Day, and you can start off by telling me what your thoughts are about the day in general, and if you think that it's appropriate to have any love for women on that day. And before I have you begin, I want to give a shout out. We got our first person. Hopefully you guys didn't hear my cell phone just ringing just now, and if you did, my apologies. But that's our brother K-Dub in the ATL letting us know that he and Mrs. Dub are checked in and listening to us. So what up, Dub? Appreciate you listening, brother. I just put my phone on vibe, so you won't be hearing it again. Diva.
$5.
Yeah, right. I need to open up the jar for that. David, what's your thoughts on Father's Day?
Okay, this is a hot topic. I heard it on the radio today, and it was on D.L. Hughley's show, and he was talking about how, he was very upset because he feels like a lot of mothers, single mothers that are bitter or whatever, use the day of Father's Day to bash men. And so he was like, well, maybe we should just abolish Father's Day and get rid of it. And I was like, that's the stupidest idea ever, because I personally love Father's Day. I love my father. He's still here, so I'm very happy for that, and I want to honor him. I want to show him how much, I love him and how much he's contributed to my life. And so I'm not going to abolish Father's Day because a few people are offended by, things that are going on Father's Day. Now, I do feel like I can see it from both sides of the fence, because I have female friends who are single, struggling, raising kids by themselves.
They should have chose better partners.
Wait a minute, this is my floor right now.
Right.
Okay, all right.
About to get Grizzly turned up already.
I have one particular friend, I'm not going to say her name because she'd kill me, but she made me look at it from her side of the fence.
Better.
Because she was like, no, not the baby father thing, but her father.
Oh.
Her father was not involved. And, he died, when she was an adult. And it was very hard because she never got a chance to bond with him. And she was like, well, why can't I celebrate Father's Day with my mother? Like,
In that case,
she
sure.
is my father and my mother. And I started to look at it differently.
Well, hold on. Let me make sure I understand you correctly. So while her father was alive, they never developed a bond?
He wasn't around. He wasn't. She's seen him a handful of times in her life, and then he died when she was like in her mid-20s.
Yeah,
Did she not celebrate her mom on Mother's Day?
Yeah, she does.
Okay,
she
yeah,
does.
yeah.
But when Father's Day comes, she wants to celebrate her mother again.
That's some new.
And what can I say?
That's a new.
greedy.
She don't have a daddy.
No, I can dig.
Each his own in that case. We don't know your friend, so
She doesn't even really have a male figure.
Well, maybe if
I'm
she's listening tonight, or she'll listen to the rebroadcast, she'll hear our opinions, and maybe that'll help change her heart, because really it's a heart thing.
Right.
Well, since you on the stick now, Grizz, why don't you tell us what your thoughts are, man?
Oh, well, first of all, I had a beautiful Father's Day. First of all, I got up. My wife asked me what I want to do. I said I want to go to Sonic. I'm on a healthy diet, so this was the one time. Yeah, I did, because they have the best. They had the Chicago dog, and they have what they call them things where they put the lemon and the. Y'all don't know what I'm talking about.
No.
I have no idea.
They have the something. They have the something AIDS. It's like lemonade, but they have cherry
I'm
AIDS
glad
and
you
lime.
fixed it because I didn't want no AIDS.
Yeah,
You said
no, that type of AIDS. But anyway, I wanted to like pig out because I've been like doing the whole healthy thing for like a really long time. So it was my one day to just act a fool, dietary wise. Second, went to Lowe's. That's a good place for dads. Had to fix my toilet. Had a leak. So I was working on Father's Day and I was doing Father's Day stuff.
That's what fathers do.
My kids came, woke me up in the morning, took care of me with the breakfast and the cards and all of that stuff. Honestly, I can't speak for the brothers here today, but most men ain't greedy when you get this long in the tooth like myself. I'm just grateful and thankful that my kids are loving me. My wife is loving me. I still have my family to love. I didn't expect, and that's something that maybe we could talk about because honestly, Father's Day is second tier. It might be third tier behind Arbor Day.
Arbor Day. Oh God.
Because they don't have Arbor Day. They had a Charlie Brown. It's Arbor Day Charlie Brown. They don't have it's a Father's Day Charlie Brown. So we've been kind of coerced, through this semi-holiday to not expect a lot other than ties and socks and some Fruit of the Looms.
Right. Hey, well, I kind of agree with you on that one, Grizzy and Charisma. I agree with you too. For me, this Father's Day was a very, very great Father's Day. It was. I got to check out my oldest baby and her baby. I saw them the day before.
Right.
So and then I actually checked into my son. I had my little man with me.
Right.
So we was doing our thing. And it's just funny to me. A real father doesn't expect anything.
Exactly.
And I'm not going to crash on the mothers, but mothers, I guess they feel that they deserve some things. And I'm sorry, mothers, if you're mad, you're going to be mad today because you feel that you deserve, you need to be paid homage to. Fathers like me, guess what? I get my high pants up every morning and I grind, and guess what? I don't expect anything.
Nothing in return.
I don't expect nothing. So that's how I feel about that. It was a good day.
K-Dub is listening, and he said that's crazy. So he's not feeling it at all. As far as the ladies, and I'll kind of speak on how I feel about that in a minute. As far as my day, I watched the Yankees had Old Timers Day, which for me is probably the best day of the Yankee calendar for me because I get to see all the old timers come back.
Jeter was there?
Nah, it's too soon for the core four. They won't come back that soon. But you see the old guys come back. Reggie, Ricky, Yogi wasn't there because he old, but that's a big deal to me.
Right.
And Mama was there and she watched it with me until she checked out, and then I watched the actual live game. I watched that movie with Kevin Costner and Octavia Spencer, Black and White.
Oh, that movie's
a fabulous movie. Great movie. Watched that. Slept a lot and whatnot. Mama J stayed with me pretty much the whole day up under me and whatnot, and we kicked it, and then watched Celebrity Family Feud, which I thought was fabulous. I love Family Feud, but that was my day. I spent it with my daughter, and it was great, and I appreciate it.
Ain't nobody bring no flowers?
Nah, I don't want that shit. I look at it like this.
I'm saying, like,
I look at it like this, man. I'm very vocal about. I think women who seek, accolades on Father's Day, that's just whack to me. It's real whack to me because, and I'm not gonna pull no punches and spare feelings. You whack to me if you think you getting shine on Father's Day because you ain't a father. You just not. Because you don't have a father who is there for your child. That's unfortunate. I understand how it can be hurtful. I understand how it's hurtful to you and how it's hurtful to the child. But at the end of the day, you ain't that one.
You got lady bad decisions.
I'm not going to throw dirt on her for making bad decisions or anything like that. There are a lot of things. There are a lot of reasons why there's no father.
Bad decisions.
There's a lot of reasons why there's no father. Maybe he's deceased. Maybe he's incarcerated. Maybe there's he's just decided to not be there. There's a lot of reasons why he could not be there. But to me, none of those reasons are appropriate enough for me to say Happy Father's Day to a female. I'm just not doing that.
But Marcus, when you break that down, once again, we go back to men and males. Let's just be clear about that. A man I didn't say a male, because just because you walk around with a penis don't mean you're a man. You made a baby, guess what? It's a whole lot of us walking around who can do that, trust and believe. But a man is that dude who doesn't care. That man, whether you're a step, and I'm going to put this here, stepfathers, I don't believe in stepfathers.
I don't either. I don't believe in them either.
I'm a firm believer that if you are the dude who will be up wiping noses, who will be up wiping asses, who will be up paying for stuff, who will be up taking care of, then you are a father.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
So happy Father's Day to them cats. The rest of them clowns is just what I said.
I know. I can
with open toe shoes.
I 100% agree with everything that you just said. I don't do the whole step thing. You know, my experience is not such that I have had one. I was fortunate, you know, to have my father with me, my blood biological father. But I know people that are very close to me, closer than you may think, and I won't get too deep into who these people are, but closer than you may think, have the quote unquote air quote step parent. And I have seen how those quote unquote step parents are the parent. You know, you can remove that word out. Doesn't, you know, I never seen a kid say, "Hi, stepdad," you know, when they're asking for money.
Nope.
You know, "Hey, stepdad, can I get $10? You know what I mean? Or, "Hey, stepmom, can you make me some breakfast?" I mean, it doesn't work that way. So the whole step thing, I agree with you, bruh. There's no such thing, you know, to it. But as far as, you know, women getting shine on Father's Day, I'm just so against that, and it offends me personally, because any man that I know, and I know there's some not so good guys out there, just like there's some not so good ladies out there, but every man that I know takes care of his kids and everybody else's kids. You know what I mean? I mean, you know, Joe, I mean, my daughter calls him Uncle Joe because he take care of her like he's her, like she's his, you know. And the same with his children when they were younger, and his son now who is young, you know. And I've watched Grizzy, you know. Grizzy's probably one of the best fathers that I know because of the way I've seen him manage his life. And so in this moment, I want to give a special shout out. Yeah, they cost you all the hair. Special shout out to my own father, Pops Jay, and my brother, Big Brother Jay, and of course Big Bro Joe, Jay Grizzy, and my brother from another mother, PB. So shout out to those fathers and every other fathers, and no shout outs to no ladies for yesterday. Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J, live from the Den Legacy Internet Radio. I am so tired of talking about this stuff that we're gonna move on to take our first break because it's early, but it ain't too early to get into Charleston, and that's what we're gonna do in the next segment. Marcus J and the crew be back in a minute.